it's pretty clear what an issue is and how to solve it. And at the end of the day, you can kind of measure your work, you know? There are some jobs you go to and you kind of endlessly slog on and on and on, but like at the end of my day, I can kind of see that I've fixed like all these issues and I've kind of brought, you know, these things back to functioning order.
You're listening to WKCR 89.9 FM, WKCR HD. This is Groove Trackers, the show on which we bring in a DJ to play an hour of vinyl and they talk to us about why they love records and why they love record culture. I'm your host, Prezzo. Jake, you've picked this opening track. Why?
Yes, I have. This is the one and only J Dilla, aka JD, from his swan song Donuts. This is Working On It, and I have chosen Working On It because sitting over in that chair is Working On It, aka Chung, aka Phil.
Hello.
Chung, welcome to WKCR FM.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, we're going to jump straight into the music, so tell us, what's your first track going to be?
So my first track is going to be a Michael Boothman track. It's going to be What You Won't, or actually not that one. We're going to do Waiting for Your Love.
Fantastic.
By
Well,
Michael Boothman and Carl Jacobs.
excellent. It's Chung to the top of the hour here on Groove Trackers, so stay tuned to WKCR FM.
What you gonna do?
You're listening to WKCR FM, and I don't honestly know how to describe where we are right now. We were in the lounge, then we were jacking, and now it's just chaos.
Now we are in some user control insanity.
There we go. So, Chung, in this first segment, we want to talk to you about your record collection, and you've got a record in your hands right now, which you've told me means a lot to you, and you found this when you were in Japan. So take us to the moment that you found this record.
So I found this record in Japan when I was traveling there for the first time back, I guess it was almost 10 years ago now. It was back in 2015. I remember it because it was the year that Prince died, and that was a huge
R.I.P.
bummer. And when I had just gotten back from that trip, I'd heard about it. But anyway, this record, I heard about this one song basically from a Beautiful Swimmers mix. Big up to Beautiful Swimmers. Pretty much the sickest DJs still, like, of all time, I think.
Shout out.
But they put me on to this record, and I was just hunting all over Japan for any record by this man Tatsuro Yamashita, because all of his records are pretty much just like magical. They all sound like they were essentially written by like a black person in the 80s. I know that sounds kind of weird, but like this dude just sounds like he just has that magic, you know. And actually the last track was the track I'm talking about. So
take us to that moment, because you wanted this record. You were digging in a store somewhere.
Yes.
Take us to that moment that you found it.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I did a lot of digging that first trip. So I'm not exactly sure which store I purchased this from, but I want to say it was probably in Osaka at my friend's record shop. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of it, but Revelation Time. It's called Revelation Time in Osaka. Fantastic record shop. Anyone traveling to Japan, visiting Osaka, needs to stop there and just do some record shopping. I believe the store owner's name is Yuji. I think Yuji is his name. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but that's definitely one of the greatest record stores in all of Japan. And I'm pretty sure I bought this one there, along with maybe 3 or 4 of Tatsuro Yamashita's other LPs as well. So
Fantastic. Well, that record store's on the bucket list, that artist as well, and we're going to let you get back to the mix. So it's Chung to the top of the hour here on WKCR FM.
donkey. Get on the donkey. Get on the donkey. 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 The donkey.
You're listening to Chung on WKCR FM, and we're glitching out right now. This is straight to the brain. But Jake, let's get to that second segment.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something. This record is glitching, but when your tech is glitching, you go to see one man, and that man is working on it. A lot of our listeners may not know that this guy sitting across from me is probably the foremost practitioner, resuscitator of SL12s, of I don't know what else. So talk to us about how you got started as a gearhead and actually opening up these boxes and figuring out what's going on with them.
Yeah, so I started off, I worked at this place.
That shall remain nameless.
Yeah, that shall remain nameless. But I worked at this place, learned a lot of different things, and then a few years ago I went out on my own and started a repair service called WORKINONIT. And definitely my bread and butter and my main specialty is Technics 1200s, but I also fix Pioneer, DJM mixers, Pioneer CDJs, as well as various, synthesizers, drum machines, and other kind of like boutique analog mixers as well.
Nice. Now, full disclosure, I do want to state for the record that Chung resuscitated an SL12 that I bought on the internet. It was in very poor condition. He spent many months and brought it back to life. What do you love about that work?
So I guess what I really like about repair work is that it's pretty clear what an issue is and how to solve it. And at the end of the day, you can kind of measure your work. There are some jobs you go to and you kind of endlessly slog on and on and on. But like at the end of my day, I can kind of see that I've fixed like all these issues and I've kind of brought, these things back to functioning order, which is kind of cool to think about. So.
Does repairing SL12s inform at all your work playing records on SL12s?
Yeah, I would say so. I was a DJ before I was a repair person for these units. So I've had extensive kind of experience working with these things, mainly as just a user. But it's been cool to kind of open them up and get the hang of them and kind of become, I guess, an expert now on Technics 1200.
Well, on behalf of Mark II owners everywhere, thank you for your service.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to let you get back to these two Technics 1200s. So it's Chung to the top of the hour here on WKCR FM.
Thank you.
listening to Chung on WKCR FM, and I've got a serious case of brain melt right now. I don't know what's going on, but it's insane. Oh, Jake, I thought you wanted to say something.
No, my brain is damaged as well. That's why I decided to turn my mic on and say absolutely nothing, like a pro.
Now, this final segment is the segment formerly known as quick fire questions. We're now going to call it friendly fire questions, so no one gets nervous in here. And Chung, my first question for you is, what record store in NYC do you find yourself spending more time in than any else?
Currently, 690 Woodward Garage in Ridgewood.
And why is that?
I don't know. For some reason, I just find myself going there the most recently. And, there are some serious homies that work there that hold it down over there. Shout out to Neil and Boris. And Casey as well.
Could it also have something to do with the fact that they have a big-ass Klipshorn system in there?
Oh, yeah. The Klipshorns are amazing. The record selection is incredible. Stuff there is not cheap, but I think it's very fairly priced and very fairly assessed, and everything is really clean. And all the records there are things that I honestly don't really see elsewhere in New York City currently.
Nice.
So.
Now, when you're outside of the New York City area, where do you like to dig, if anywhere?
Ooh, I know Pittsburgh has some crazy records. Where else?
Stores?
Detroit. Jerry's in Pittsburgh is a crazy record store. It's like upstairs in an attic. It's like just a massive, almost like a warehouse-sized record store. I know that they have an entire Christmas records section that's like just a room. An entire room of Christmas records. So
I am saving that to my want to go on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Now, question for you. Records at home. Do you have an organizational philosophy or system?
Ooh, I try to keep it organized. You know how it is. Like every time I try to do some proper organization, I like start a little bit and then it kind of falls by the wayside. But generally, if I had to keep it short, kind of autobiographical, but also like chronological of when I got them, but also like genre as well. So it's a mix of all three of those. It's some sort of organized chaos in my record.
I believe that's a scene in the film High Fidelity.
Yeah,
love it. Now we're gonna jump from the records to the places where they are played.
Okay.
What is your favorite spot somewhere in this area to play vinyl specifically?
I would have to say, Boss is great. Bossa Nova Civic Club, but I also really, really love Mansions. Mansions is a great little club. So yeah.
Right, well, we'll let you get back to it. Close out this show with Chung here on WKCR FM.
Thank you.
You're listening to WKCR 89.9 FM, WKCR HD. This has been Groove Trackers with Chung, and Chung has landed us back down on planet Earth with this last track. And as we close out the show, as we close out the show, Chung, do you have any shout-outs to send across the airways?
Yeah, shout out to all my fans. Shout out to all my haters. Shout out to my mom.
There we go.
Shout out to my dog. And shout out to my lovely girlfriend, Amelia.
Checked all the boxes. Now, how do we...
Now, do those three fall in the fans or haters? Or is it not uniform?
Hopefully mostly fans, but you never know.
Sometimes haters.
Day to day, it might be different.
Now, how do we keep up with you?
I guess the best place would be Instagram.
Of course.
The
What's
good
your
old
handle?
IG.
Indeed.
It is CTRL with underscores in between each. So, yeah. C_T_R_L.
There we go. Lovely stuff. And with that, well, you can keep up with us if you've enjoyed the show. Groove Trackers FM, you can listen back to the whole show over there. And with that, we are going to end the show. So, Jake, good night.
Tommy, good night.
Chung, good night.
Good night, Groove Trackers. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming on. And good night to all of our listeners. We appreciate you listening along. Sweet dreams.
_
Oh no.
Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. You like this beat? Beep, 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 beep. You like this beat? Beep, 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 beep. You like this beat? Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Hello, this is London. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, 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 this is London. Beep, hello, hello. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. You like this beat? Beep, 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 beep. You like this beat? Beep, 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 beep. You like this beat? Beep, 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 beep. You like this beat? Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep.
You may think I'm crazy. I like driving all the same. In a Ferrari Testarossa, the highway's my domain. I lead a life of leisure. There's nothing I can't do. Money is no object. I own BMW.
Out on the coast, nothing makes me sweat. I'm either on the beach or racing my Corvette.
I made a wrong turn, and now I'm in love. Pass. Oh no, don't slow down. My passion's always growing. I'm so in love with you. Living the fast life is all I want to do. Living the fast life is all I want to do. Living the fast life.
We're now moving into our strictly SoundCloud content, so thank you to anyone listening online. Make sure to like and repost and
Thank
follow.
you. Thank you for overlooking the bagel smacking.
I managed to. I feel like I didn't get any bagel smacks on air. So we were just nerding out a bit about, well, organisation. We brought up organisation earlier, and I shared that living in Vermont, I've developed a very elaborate organisation strategy, BPM and the like, and we were talking about, well, the simple practice of putting your BPM on your sleeve. Some people do it, some people don't. Do you do it?
I do not. And I was just saying, I wish I maybe did do it because it would definitely save me some time. Because there have definitely been times where I tried to play a record that I think would go good with a record that's currently playing and realize it's either way too fast or way too slow. And if there's at least some sort of general idea of the natural BPM of the track and knowing the constraints you have with the pitch fader, it would be nice to just like have that information up front. So maybe I should do that.
Do you think some people look down upon it? Do you think there's this kind of idea that somehow DJing should be purely about that feeling?
There might
track?
be some people who look down on it, but I would say, just like horses for horses, right? Like whatever works for you is what works for you. Whether or not you need to like mark up everything, or if you don't need to mark anything up and you can just play straight from vibes and from the heart and whatnot, because like speaking on digital DJing, people can get all of this information about your digital tracks now. The key, the BPM, like all sorts of stuff, like all these tags on them. And I think, in some ways that's very helpful, but in other ways I feel like, yeah, maybe sometimes it would be nice to just maybe just go off of vibes and a feeling rather than, selecting the next song based on what would be good in key or what would be closer in BPM.
I never understood. Sorry, Jake, because I see you're about to go in, but I remember when I first started on like a digital controller, and I was reading about it online, getting bits of information. Key was really made out to be a very important thing, but keys never made sense to me. Is key something that makes sense to you? Like, I get that the melody will sound perfect together, but
I get it, but I've dabbled a bit with it with my digital music collection, but honestly, I feel like it's always just kind of distracted me and kind of made me obsessed with wanting to mix something in key, whereas a lot of times you don't want things to be perfectly in key. You don't want to mix a robot or something. You don't want things to be perfect. You want things to clash. You want things that aren't in key to just kind of sit on top of each other, and sometimes you want that sort of dissonance and you want that contrast. So
right, and it's I think especially with the kind of when you have a very elaborate way of organizing, which I do admittedly at home with my stuff, it can turn into kind of silver glove DJing where you don't even realize the DJ's there because it fits together so well, which obviously that could be that could be a good thing, but the DJs I respect the most are the ones who are able to kind of show you the DJ is here, the DJ is doing things. Look at this crazy cut they've made. Look at this kind of aggressive move from one track to another, which just happens by, like you say, following the feeling and how a track works.
Yeah.
Jake?
So I'm going to daisy chain way back to something that has nothing to do with any of this. Did you say courses for horses?
Yes.
Courses for horses?
I guess I meant horses for courses.
Well, which Shakespeare play was that from?
I'm not sure.
In either order, though, it doesn't. Horses for courses.
I guess it means, specific horses do better on certain courses.
Oh,
right?
race courses.
Yes, exactly.
Horses.
So in that way, that kind of means to each his own. Whatever works for
different strokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever makes you happy.
Horses for courses. Horses for courses.
You were thinking of a horse meat scandal.
But he also
eating food.
Well, he said courses for horses, so it put in mind some kind of an amazing equine university. I saw the whole thing. I saw freshman week, and the little foals are there on their hind legs. They're all dressed up. And then sophomore year, they've gone.
All right, we got to pitch this movie.
We do. No, this is going to be this is an animated series. This is going to Netflix.
This is the thing.
Sophomore,
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah,
in
the college years. You know, he's playing. It's sophomore year. He's playing hacky sack. He's got long. His manes are done up in dreads. And then there's graduation. They have little mortar boards. They throw their mortar boards up in the air, and they all whinny.
They try to, but the hooves make it very difficult to get the mortar boards in the air.
Right, so they just kind of knock them. They knock them off their heads.
Yeah,
and they go
up and kick.
Look at my little hooves.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good note to end it on. So.
That particular whinnying note that I just delivered.
And Chung going, ooh.
Can you mix that sound in perfect key with the record? The sound I just made?
Or maybe some horse gallops.
Do you have a record with horse gallops?
Yeah. How many BPM are your average horse gallops?
I'll do some searching online.
That's pretty fast, I want to say.
That's like Gabber, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be botch. All right, that's it. Good. Thanks, Chung.
Thank you.
Great job, Bransky.
Signing off.